Hey, and welcome back to Lush Lachey Ignite Show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lush Lachey Ignite is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. Let's go, y'all. Come on in and get in where you fit in. Hey, folks, this is your girl, your lady, Mrs. Ignite and Take Flight in every area of your life. I am bringing inspiration to every nation. Why? Because I can, and you can too. And tonight we are going to have a fabulous time. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've got room. I always have room right around my table for you. And so go ahead and contact your friends, call your frenemies, call your mama, call your dog Toto, and tell them to come on in and get ready to win, because Lush Lachey is hot on the box tonight. And I've got a fabulous guest with me tonight, and we're going to be talking about tapping creative power. And so this is not for the faint of heart. So if you are not ready to tap into your creative power, or even if you know someone that's not ready, tell them to come on in, because it's time to learn how to tap into their creative power. And here's a notebook. And you know what I say about the notebook and the pen. Have your notepad and your pen, because note takers are money makers. And guess what? Note takers are change makers. And so a lot of times people say, Lolo, I only got one pen and stop writing. So get your pen. Get your pencil, get another pen, and ladies out there, get your eyebrow pencil. It don't matter. Just make sure you take these notes, because we're about to get hot on the box. And so when you come in, I want you to like and share and tag somebody and let them know to come on in. And when you come in, let us know where you're coming in from, okay? Because we always want to say hello, how you doing? Hello, buenos dias, ¿cómo estás? And all those other greetings that we have for you on every show. So I am going to take a sip. I know y'all saying, Lolo, what's in your cup? I'm going to grab my cup, and you should too. I have water in my cup. What's in your cup? Get your Ignite cup today. There is nothing like water, especially with a little hint of lemon in it, because you know the lemon is great for you. So anyway, now I'm going to tell you, I've got a sensational guest with me tonight. He is amazing. And I want to give you a chance to come on in and get in where you fit in. I see some folks all the way from Texas already streaming in. So it's good to see you. Hello. Happy that you're here, Washington, D.C. I see ya. Go ahead and drop this broadcast in the largest groups that you have. Share it with your friends, share it with your frenemies, because they need to hear what's going on today. And so I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. I see someone, the hello, beloved, beautiful, bodacious, brilliant, badass lady. Hey there, I see you coming in. So come in and get in where you're fitting, because we about to get the show started. So listen, tonight we are tapping creative power. If you are not sure about what tapping creative power is, I have some news for you. I've got the perfect young man, emphasis on young in spirit, right? The perfect young man to talk about tapping creative power. So when you come in, don't forget, like, share, start a watch party if somebody lets you, and tag somebody and tell them to come on in and get in where they fit in, because we're getting ready to get hot on the box. And so with that being said, I want you to make sure when you come in, you do a couple of things for me. Make sure you give me some love for my guest. please share your love for my guest. Okay, please share your love for my guest. Okay, and so with no further ado, I'm going backstage and I'm going to bring my guest out just for you. Here we go. I'll be right back. Hey! All right.
You got me running, got me running.
This your girl Lois Rashay, and I got the wonderful Mr. Hakeem. Yes, sir. He's the guru, baby. He is known as the pointer. That's right. He points people in the direction of inward. And he's gonna help us tonight to tap into the creative power. Come on, y'all. Woo! It's that time. Kick back and relax, because we're about to bring him to the stage. Welcome, my guest, as we discuss tapping creative power, baby. Hello, there he is. Welcome, my friend. All right, Hakeem the Guru. That's right, he's here. Woo! All right. All right. Hey, how are you? How are you?
Oh my God. You do awesome presentations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. And folks, for you that are just meeting my awesome guest tonight, he is known as Elijah Hakeem Adonijah. Okay. He is a show host. He's a speaker to me because he speaks and points people in the right direction. And he considers himself not a teacher, but rather a pointer, because he teaches, well, he helps people to point and go inward, just simply taking people inward. And tonight we are going to help you learn about tapping the creator. So Hakeem, my brother, my friend, I welcome you to the show, and I want you to tell people more about you, who you are, and more of what you do.
Thank you so much. I feel so at home. Of course, you know, you've been to my live stream, my Hakeem's front room chat.
Yes.
And I literally tried to get Lotus probably the next week or something. I said, let's do next week too. And those that know me, know I'm telling the truth, because when they've been good, I've tried to get them right back to. But energetic, creative, spontaneous too, and wise, Lotus. And I'm not speaking your age. You're going to have to tell people that, because I was shocked, honestly, your age. You told me. I don't know if it was on the show or right before the show when you came on my show.
I think it might have been right before the show.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. So I'm thinking, so that's registering. And the fact that you're creative in a pandemic.
Yes.
A little bit about myself. So a lot of people like stories. We do shows, so we know you are an awakened being, Lotus. And I appreciate that. And I know I'm your guest, and I just switched like I'm the host right now. But
I love it. I love it. You know how we do. You know how I did when I came to your show. So like I told you, this is your show tonight. Go wherever the Most High is leading you.
You know, we like stories. I'm going to say something that I just really received about maybe an hour before I came backstage. And I posted it. I'm making these ads now.
Yes.
So because we've exchanged chairs, I'm putting you on a few for free. And these are ads, like you run your ads about your mugs and this is a creative woman, guys. I know tonight is not about, she has me here, but the ad, I had to, this is interesting because I'm gonna get to a little bit about myself, but this is interesting because what I received earlier, I guess it was 2 hours ago, really, um, are 4 ads.
Mhm.
When I receive a inspired quote, I call them quotes because that's what's going on
Yes.
the ads. My quotes, my writing. Some of it's out of my book already. As of late, they've been fresh off of a thought, and I listen. I don't answer to nobody but God.
Amen. I know that's
So,
right.
so when I have a thought and it needs to go on an ad, I don't have to ask anybody. I'm going to my computer to do it. And I'm going to read it because they're short, because I want people to get it in, you know, it says write the vision, make it plain so they that run
Make it
can
plain.
read it.
Yep.
So I like to make them short. So I'm going to read it verbatim. A master, one whose life exemplifies the teaching. That's where my mind went to straight to when you asked that question. Tell us a little bit about yourself. And fresh off the press, I created that ad. Actually, I'm going to put Lotus Richey on that one, and I'm going to push it and post it. But I posted on Facebook already. But all I have to do is just add your logo and stuff, and then repost it. A master, one whose life exemplifies the teaching.
Yes.
So when I met you during that time, I had recently started doing those lives, and then I went into a bigger platform like yours to where I can beam on YouTube and all of that, and Twitch and Periscope and all of that. But I was at a point where I was new to it, but knew I was
Yes.
to do it.
Yes.
Anything you are to do, you will be new.
Yes.
It will be new to you. You never step in a river twice, said the Greek philosopher Heraclitus. He said, you never step in a river twice. It's in the backyard, though, but that ain't the same. Oh, God, I felt that. That ain't the same river. Okay, so meaning every time we move out on an inspired idea, and I'm going to get in creativity in a minute.
Yes.
Anytime we move out on an inspired idea, it is new water.
Right.
You don't know this way before.
That's right.
You have to flow with it. That's my teaching. That's why I'm a master at that, because I don't know anything else other than to flow with what was flowing when we were born. I just rediscovered it because we forget it.
Exactly.
We let people make us forget it because we're young, little kids, and we're our soul isn't young. I mean, but who we are isn't young. It's God actually in this little body. But the mind ain't developed yet. The thinking mind. So then you have all of these surroundings around you. This is a little bit about myself because see, people think, am I talking too much? I can't hear you.
No, I muted my mic because I was like, yeah, go ahead, tell them. So no, keep talking because this is tapping the creative, folks. Keep going.
So people think, won't he tell us a little bit about himself, as if my story is different than yours? Everyone's story is the same. It just has various details because you're born in Africa. Somebody else born in Puerto Rico. And these are names. I really should stick with continents. Some people are born in the Americas. Some people are born in the African continent, in Europe. So they got little different details, but they think their story's different. It ain't. So my story may have my mother as my mother, but you have one. It may have your father different, but I have one.
Yes.
It may say where you lived and where you were raised was different, but I was living somewhere and was raised. We're not different. Details.
Right.
Those details that surround us at that age. I'm speaking, you asked me a little bit about myself, but I'm including everyone. So around that age, we really would tell the story about those we were born into.
Yes.
Lotus,
Yes.
my story is what folk told me and showed me. Then the story changed when you wake up and say, oh, whoa.
Exactly.
Ooh, whoa. And then the voices go away because, see, something in us wakes up. The true us, the one that says, oh, I got a good body that can think now.
Yes. Yes.
That's why a lot of times our appetite changed. It's not the appetite really changed. You changed your appetite. The real
Exactly.
you changed it. Says, I need to get some food in here so I can make my brain think the way I want it to think or work the way I want it to work. Consciousness is thinking. It's our consciousness on our brain using it. You know, so I don't want to say the brain. The brain is a switchboard. That's it. Something is switching it, but then it won't do it right. So let me feed it something. Like you talk about eating healthy. I see your lunches and stuff, and your healthy brain foods and all that. So I'm like, see, that just didn't change who you truly are. Changed it and put you in different environments. Had you speak to certain doctors, maybe transcend a certain challenge that forced you to go green or to not eat this and not eat that. I'm not naming things because I don't want to offend anybody. But something did that. So what? You woke up.
Exactly. And awareness. And awareness. And you know, Hakeem, I really believe that because we are spiritual beings having this human experience, a lot of times we begin to move in flow. And when we're in flow, then we gravitate to what is best for us. And what is best for us gravitates to us.
You know, you commented on a post a while back, and that post was around the lines of what I think anyway. What you desire desires you.
Yes, I did.
What you want wants you.
Yep.
Who you're creating is creating you.
Yes.
Now, you know what I am about as far as, look, anyone that's in 2021 means that you made it through 2020.
Exactly.
I told a student the other day, I have no more students below the grade that I say you're at. Because if you have made it through 2020, you graduated and don't even know it.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh,
exactly. And that's powerful and that's huge. And a lot of people don't really understand. And I don't want to say don't understand. A lot of people, I double dare you to catch what he just said. Because we all have made that shift. We've come through a time where we've never been before, and many of us thrived. And really, it's because we were able to shift the way we think about what we thought about, if that makes sense to you.
That makes perfect sense. Now, I had Gina Pearson on my show. I don't know if you watched it or not.
Yes,
and the other day, last week or so. And she was awesome. Mm-hmm. And we came to a conclusion. The mind does not know what life is,
right?
Existence is, because the mind was created.
Right.
And now, and I'm going to get back to the grade in a minute, but now we're at a place, if they're listening to you tonight, they're at a place that you cannot even be the old person.
Exactly.
You know too much.
Yep.
You know too much about food to ever go back. You can't. Life will, you said it earlier, life will attract those things to you, bring those things into your path. I must speak this, what I'm speaking. I know I have to. What happens? I get an invite from you. There's a platform. I'm not trying, and I created my own platform, but I'm not saying, okay, if I'm going to speak these words like this, then I better go no, commit and make a decision.
Yes.
I'm not that old person. I don't even know how to be the old person anymore.
Yes.
It's gone. It was a memory, and it was a collection of other memories. Right now, the 2021 shifting that started in 2020, because that kind of started waking people up, but people just complained all the while. And mainly because President Trump was still in office, so people had a demon in their mind. So all of the anger, as long as you have a president you don't like, you can put it towards that.
Yes.
So you can hear my train? You know I use the train.
Yes.
But if it's not too loud, I'm gonna just keep going. You can hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. And I listened for it. No. Could you know, I listened for the train. Okay. Yes.
Well, people still wasn't waking up fully, because they didn't realize COVID-19 had nothing to do with Trump.
Right. That's true.
It had nothing to do. The pandemic had nothing to do, whether he wanted to deal with it on a certain level where people say if he did this, it would have been maybe. But now you have your man. And people are still asleep. Yes. The way I know they're asleep but waking up, because if they're watching this is like piercing, like, ooh, really? You mean it don't matter who's president, I can be successful? Man, millionaires were made during the Depression.
Yes, they were. I mean, and in record numbers, Hakeem, in record numbers, and almost on every level. When it came to people going in and cleaning different environments, millionaires were made cleaning up. Okay? Millionaires were made doing what you and I do. Millionaires were made in the pharmaceutical business, in the travel industry. Millionaires were made and are being made right here today. Over 500,000 millionaires, if my memory serves me right. I did a survey not too long ago, and I looked at the statistical numbers of how many millionaires were launched on Wall Street. That's a lot. That's a lot of people.
Now, someone's going to say, how do I become a millionaire? Well, don't try to become a millionaire. See, money is a servant to me.
Yes.
I don't need to look at it every day to know that it's going to be there to do the idea that I need, that's going to come up. Exactly. That's the wrong way to live. You'll never move. He that regardeth the wind never sows.
Never sows.
I think that's a scripture in the Old Testament. He that regardeth the wind never sows. I think it's in Proverbs. Meaning those that are looking for the right conditions, they'll never be the right conditions. The right condition is right where you are. The right condition is right where you are. Think of it this way. If you needed to go somewhere to the grocery store by a certain time, well, if you don't just blink your eyes and pop there, then you're going to have to take steps, go get your shoes, get dressed, get your keys, check the weather maybe, crank the car, blah, 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 find a parking space. See, people want, boom. That's not creativity.
Now. Right.
The store exists. It's in your mind. You know where it is. You feel it. You know. The vision is so real to me, and I know yours is to you. I already know the store exists, but I'm at home right now. I just need to go to the store. Why would I get discouraged? Because I have to take steps.
Mm-hmm. And everything is about making steps. I tell people, don't make excuses, make moves. It's a body in motion, a mind in motion, a spirit in motion. That's important. And if you continually are in perpetual movement, you can always get to the higher plane because you're not stagnated by thoughts that you cannot move.
Now, you just brought me right back to why I brought Gina Pearson up, because I got to say it now before it slips. We both agreed when someone thinks they're bound, there's nothing really there.
Exactly.
I posted another ad that I gave up studying psychology.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that the study of psychology itself speaks of how a perception, I'll just name the words because I got psychologist friends and they don't like me to finish this halfway. They don't like me while I'm saying it. But when I finish it, then they say, okay, I see what he's saying. Okay. But psychology to me is the study of something totally imagined, meaning perception, interpretation.
Yes.
Seeing through different lenses of like your perception, your perspectives.
Yes.
Well, that's as different as 1 minute is from the other.
Exactly.
Yeah. And here's the other students. Yeah. And I'm like, what validates their perception of that thing being that to them? Their experiences. Yeah. Based on their interpretations of that. They're like, yeah, I say I'm out of here. Psychology is the study of someone on how they perceive things based on their own interpretations.
And here's the thing. Being a psychology major myself, this is what
I'm right.
Taught. This is what we were taught as well. Everything changes, information changes daily. And really what it boils down to is perception about what you think, what you perceive is right, wrong, or indifferent. So I feel you when you say that. So I want to share first. I want to say to our audience, first of all, we appreciate you being here, and we're going to acknowledge you all in a minute. Please let us know where you're coming in from, and go ahead and make sure you tag somebody. And while you're tagging somebody, I want to share something with you that I think is very, very fruitful for you to hear right now. So I say, go ahead, grab your pen and grab your pad. And I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Come on, folks, 30 seconds, because I'm going to share something brief with you. I got some secret sauce. I'm going to share 30 seconds with you, and we'll be right back. And I'm going to share this with you. Go ahead and grab your notepad and pen, because note takers are money makers and they are change makers. I've got some secret sauce for you, and you've got to catch it because it's coming to you in less than 12 seconds. Come on, y'all. Let's get it in. All right.
So no longer are you laying in your bed in your old house. How would it make you feel if you were laying in your brand new bed, brand new mattress, brand new master bedroom, brand new home, in the brand new neighborhood, or whatever you desire, whatever car, whatever your heart's desire? How would it make you feel? You need to put yourself there visually, and how would that feel? Do that before bed. Those are seeds, potent seeds. Image and feeling is how the subconscious communicates. What have you done now? This has everything to do with the power of the mind. What does the mind do? Think. What does thinking do? It thinks thoughts. What is a thought? Energy. It will materialize. Thoughts become things. Everything you see around here in this world was once a thought. So that's what you're going to do to start creating your reality.
So
Look at that
let's get right back into it. And so, folks, if you're just joining us tonight, I have the wonderful pleasure to have my friend Akeem here with me. He is affectionately known as the pointer because he helps people to point simply inward to the source of creative power already living within us, through us, as us, being us. And so he's here tonight, and our topic is tapping the creative. And so we talked a little bit about what is the creative. And so we talked even a little bit about what inspired him to come to the show. And so I want to touch on what is conscious awareness, because I know you have a platform and it's called One Universal Consciousness Community. And it's a growing and thriving community, by the way. I saw the folks come streaming in because people want to be conscious because so many people are very much asleep. So can you share with us what is conscious awareness?
Thank you for saying pointer, because conscious awareness can only be known by direct experience. Meaning, I'm sitting in this chair and you're sitting in yours. People are watching this at home or at work or in their car, probably still in their car, just outside before they go home, go walk in the door stressed out. So this is kind of distressing some stuff for them. How would I know that? I didn't until I just said it. But yet you're in the car, we're in our chair. Mm-hmm. How do we know? How do we know that? Well, I could see myself here. Yep. Yeah. That means you don't have to question it.
Right.
There's a knowing there that is unquestionable. The fact that we are conscious is unquestionable. They could question your education. They can question your qualifications. They can question who does she think she is, doing talk shows and having guests, and from gurus to entrepreneurs and all that. And I consider myself that too, but who does she think? Now, they can question that, but they cannot say you're not conscious.
Exactly.
They cannot say they're not. That's all they've ever known, is that they were conscious. Everything else has come and gone. Mm-hmm. We thought we were depressed. Depression left. We're still here. What's still here? If you're not depression, it's gone. Mm-hmm. Ooh, something's here right now. That's what conscious awareness is. It sounds like a verb, like conscious awareness, or a thing. Well, it's a pointing.
Yes.
It's what knows? Mm-hmm. What's the knowing I'm in this chair? Give me that. You can't, but it's here.
Yes.
Oh, when you go to bed, you're in the bed there and you know you're there. There's a knowing there. You don't have to question I'm here. What's knowing that? That's you. Your consciousness. That's why when you said negative thoughts and believing those negative thoughts and stuff, it put a light right on who we are. So if I'm not the negative thought, I'm believing it. But who am I, the am that's believing it?
Yes.
That, good or bad? Because I got a lot of, like you mentioned, the one universal consciousness community that's growing. Thank you. And it's a community before the group, but we started the group pre-COVID-19 for about almost handpicked people in a way, about 444 people. I wanted like a Facebook group, a social media group, because they're from all over the world and some of them can't do this, that, and the other. So let's just do a Facebook group and post things. And you played a clip of a cell meeting. Those are cell moments, meaning I would send those all to those people in my sort of network of students in little MP3s and little video all over the world, and they will watch these little things and look forward to it. I made them public on YouTube. People think, but I made them public on YouTube, and a lot of that stuff I only like maybe 2 years old or whatever. But anyway, but I guess what I'm saying is there's a lot of spiritual people sort of connected to me from all walks of life.
Yes.
Christian, Jew, Muslim, Buddhist, Hindu, New Age, New Thought. When I start naming them, I get kind of like I shouldn't because I'm gonna miss someone. But this is the thing. We are non-physical in nature. Yes. This is not the same body that I had even 5 minutes ago, but let's just say that's not believable because it looks like the same body. 2 years old, it's not though.
Exactly right.
4 years old, and I remember being 8 years old. I remember being 12. Where is that body? It's gone.
Yes.
So notice, where were we in the meantime?
That's a great question. And guess what? Hillary from Chicago said, you know it in your knower. You know it in your knower. And she asked the question, are you woke?
Now, yes. But now, that question makes me, now I got the Pearsons on here. You got Gina Pearson earlier, and now you got Bishop Carlton Pearson on here because he's been on several times, and Gina's been on twice, but he's been on several times. He's been a mentor. A lot of people don't know he's been a mentor of mine for like many years. But now he says, I mean, he was on the program, and we were talking. And we agreed. We didn't wake up. We woke up.
Hold on. I got to stop you there. Because I wonder if the audience, did you hear what he just said? And we agreed. And many of you know, even the Bible says where there are 2 or 3 gathered in my name, touching and what? Agreeing. I will be in the midst. So that agreement, that oneness, if you will, that's really when the power hour, if you will, really starts, when you agree, when you're in that oneness. So go ahead. I had to stop you because that was powerful.
And that oneness right there, that question is oneness. That we didn't wake up, we woke up, meaning, and this is what I mean by direct experience. You don't have to believe I said that. Tomorrow morning, or if you wake up in the middle of the night, remind yourself what I said just now. I didn't wake up, I woke up, even in the natural.
Yes.
Now she's speaking spiritual, but even in the natural, for those of you that just want to say, oh yeah, you woke up, what? With unaided by the mind. Consciousness, boop. Conscious awareness, boop. Boop. That's who we really are. Came back to the body. So am I woke? Yes, but it made me think that many of your watchers, I say this term waking up, but what's happening is who you truly are has always been here and has never been sleep.
Nope.
We say sleep, to get an understanding, so that, because I use that too when I say
Yes.
many people are asleep, but who you truly are is never sleep.
Right.
It's been doing things, because when you woke, you go back in time and you can rewrite your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning this, you give new meaning to what happened. Like you said, information grows.
Yes.
When information expands, you expand. Now you understand your past better. My God.
Hello.
Now you can redefine it if you need to define it. I tell people, stop defining it. Let it
Let
just
it be
runs
what
through
it
the run.
is. Yes.
But if you got to define it based on something new you've grown into. You can redefine many things, Lotus. You know people
Yes.
all over the world. You've interviewed people all over the world, stars, and people may not know that. You've made stars, whether you know it or not. Some people have been on your show and doing well right now because they've been on your show. You're a bridge. That's what Bishop Carlton Pearson is. I told him he's been a bridge. And he says, yeah, bridges get walked on. Now, this is a man made people's ministries overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's helping me more by accident than on purpose. He's still a bridge, because people that can't get with me, that can get with him because he's been a bridge, then he says, oh, Hakeem's is okay too. Listen to him too. That's a bridge.
Yes.
So you're saying to your audience, I know Hakeem wears a hat and he wears a gown and he wears spirit and blah, blah, blah. But he listen to what he's saying. You're a bridge. Exactly. So you've introduced me to people tonight that I would have never met.
Exactly. And let's talk about these folks. Let's go ahead and see who we have here. All right. So we've got Angela Elty from Washington, D.C. It's great to see you. Who else do we have, Hakeem?
Margaret. Who's let me see. Margaret Andrews.
Yes.
Oh, let me get my mouse.
The Colonel.
What Margaret say? You
Hello,
know it.
She's the Colonel. Yeah, she's from San Antonio.
I'm trying to find. Oh, I got it now. Okay.
Got it? All right.
I'm on the guest side, so I'm looking for stuff. Oh, look at Angela saying deep.
Yes.
How long have we been on? Oh, we're doing good. Okay.
We're doing great. And so Yamaja Jubilee says, hello, beloved, beautiful, bodacious, brilliant, badass lady. And right back at you. Good to see you. And we've got Sharon Fant there. She says, hello. Hi, Dr. Lotus. Good to see you. We've got Jasper from the Philippines. Great to see you. And we got Texas in the house. She says, hello from Houston, Texas. I shared this event to some of my friends on Facebook. Fantastic. And we've got Dr. Money That Foe, the queen of the lymphatic bounce, Miss Hillary Gooden, Pastor Gooden, that is. And she says, hey, from Chicago. And my best friend, Denise Simpson Hurst, she's coming in from Chicago. We were in the military together. That's my girl. That's my sister from another father and mother. And so we are super duper happy to have all of you here tonight, and even some of you that I haven't brought up yet. I see you, King Kirby, beloved. I see you. How you doing? And here we've got a comment from Miss Hillary Gooden. She says, "Who we truly are is never sleep. Infinite returns to finite when we open our eyes from sleep." That's interesting.
Someone asked me one time. Someone asked me, they say, what happens when we die? Where do we go? I say, first of all, we don't die, we go nowhere. He's a friend of mine, Labarius Slaughter. He had his own talk show back then. And I remember that like yesterday. I said to him, because he played the clip, I had a little 10-minute, and this that statement reminds me of, because the infinite is here right now. Oh, someone needs to hear that. Who you believe is your God, or who God is, I don't step on any path. When I say step on toes, what I'm saying, because when you get to the mountaintop of universal consciousness perspective, you see all the paths that led to the mountaintop. Yes, Christians can go to the mountaintop, but Christianity is going to drop off.
Yes.
Judaism is going to drop off. Hinduism is going to drop off. You're none of that. You're infinite. Oh, you're returning to yourself. That's all, like she said. Who said that? Is that the pastor?
That was Hillary Gooden. I'm going to try to bring that back up. Here we go. There she is.
Somebody need to follow her then.
Yes.
Now, I share this on my platforms too. So people, even if they're watching later, they're going to get this.
Yes.
That is power. Lotus, you said you recreated your life.
Yes.
On my show, you told me that.
Yes.
I know what that's all about. It's about what this Pastor Hillary is saying. Something wakes up that says, forget those lies you've been believing. Let's go.
Yes.
Ooh. You've always been here. I like to say that we're giving birth, or new things are being born, or a new person is emerging. All of that is nice sermon material. But at the end of the day, walking in your shoes, being who you are on a daily basis, people, there's no sermon for that. There's no book for it. There's no one-on-one for it.
Nope.
You must completely let go and allow who you are to be you.
Yes.
Anything else is bad advice. Take a step, the ground appears beneath your feet. Take a step, the ground appears beneath your feet. Allow who you are to be you, because that's the only you are. Exactly. There's not two of you, people. I'm telling you. I know it seems like, oh, I keep doing this. I who and who's talking? I'm never going to. I tried it. Okay, I who tried it, and tell me who I is who's standing here right now, because you're talking about somebody. This is how I talk to my students, because like I said, if you made it through 2020, you're on another level. You got to hear this the way I don't say that lost my mom anymore, but for the sake of the audience that don't understand the word transition, my mom transitioned. May 18th was a year ago. Mm-hmm. Just made a year ago. The 18th. Mm-hmm. Today? 19th. Yeah, so 19th. So yesterday. Made a year that I lost my mom. Out of the blue, unexpected. She wasn't sickly. She wasn't any of that. Mm-hmm. Had just went to the grocery store, came home, put her stuff on the counter because the bags are still on the counter. Went to the restroom, stroke, boom, gone. No one was there, by herself. Now, when you have that happen to you close up, you don't care what anybody thinks about you.
Yep.
I want to wear a guru shirt with the finger. That's what I want. I'm going to do one day when I get bold enough.
Yes.
I'm going to wear a shirt giving anybody the finger who has anything to say about what I'm doing. Because when I see...
We'll design it for you. My staff, we can design that shirt for you.
A little coffee mug.
Yes.
Only for those that think that they need to say something, not for those that support me.
Yes.
But the finger saying to you, look, I saw the universe organize my steps. I hadn't seen my mom in years. Mm-hmm. Organize my steps.
Yes.
To her front door, mm-hmm. and see her after many years and led up to... Life played too many strategic roles to allow me to be there. I traveled the world away from family and everything.
Yes.
Allowed me to be there, to have reconnected with her and my other part of my family before her transition, like clockwork, on a dime.
Wow.
Then she's here today, gone tomorrow, right after it happened. Wow. Lotus, you might kick me off your show with me talking like this, but I'm just telling you, I will be unscathed by it. And I would say, man, I thought Lotus was on my side. But if you kick me off your show for talking like this, I would just be okay. Next, I can't stop this.
Amen. You've got to speak. You've got to speak what God has given you. And I'm going to tell you this, Hakeem, and then I want you to continue, please.
Mm-hmm.
And folks, I'm putting in the chat so you can click on it. I want you to connect with him and go to the Hakeem.guru, realhakeem.guru. Make sure you check that out. He's on Instagram and Facebook. It's right there. You can click on it and go to it. But you have to speak what the Most High is giving you. I had to realize that it's not my job to make anyone believe, to turn anybody's thoughts around to being awake or awareness or nothing. My job is just to put the information out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I realize that everyone has a role to play in this thing we call life. And so when people come to my platform, I tell them, say what the Most High is giving you to say, because before I usually go on my shows, I always pray and ask the Most High, let people, no matter where they are, in the most remote places, hear whatever the word that must go out. Hear it, embrace it. And you got to say what you got to say. So say what you're going to say. Give us some secret sauce.
So when I say you guys have graduated to, I speak to everybody I meet now, no matter where they are in life, as a master.
Yes.
You know why? Because they've met me.
Yes.
They're on my path.
Yep.
Let me tell you why I call people a master. You're a master too. You are a master, Lotus, because first of all, you're moving in creativity, and the world is seeing you do it.
Yes.
For one. But secondly, because you're on my path, meaning I must learn something from you.
Yes.
You're my master.
And you are mine. And it's so amazing because every time, whether I'm listening on your show, or whatever, I always learn something. And you know what's so interesting is because some nights, like last year, some nights I would be so tired, I would have a full show and then get my shower, get in bed, and then you would be in the front room. And I would jump on and hear you and chime in. And some nights I would fall asleep listening to your show. And that lets me know that I'm at the right place at the right time. And it is about energy. It is about flow. And we can't be afraid to be in flow and be guided by the energy of the Most High. And so I want to kind of move to something else because we only had a couple of questions. We only got one more question. But before we go to that question, I want to talk to you about Luke Byron Smith. So recently you did a show with him. You had him on your show and you guys talked, and I didn't, you sent it to me, but I didn't get a chance to really look at it the way I wanted to look at it. But I wanted to bring it up tonight and share a little bit of it with folks because it's really important. So what I want to do is just kind of bring it up, share it with the folks. And he talked about an increase in good news that he received. So I want to just share that. So give me a second. I'm going to put it up here, folks, and I'm going to share this with you. And I want you guys to stick with us because this is going to bless some of you. Actually, I digress. It's going to bless all of you. So check this out. This is Hakeem, and he had his guest, Luke Byron Smith, on the show. So check this out.
For the good news that I'm receiving today. And I've noticed an increase in good news that I receive every day. I couldn't make that up. I couldn't make that up.
I am appreciative or I'm thankful for the good news that I will receive today. Ooh, ooh. Why not say that?
You speaking it out there. For that to be one of the first things that comes out of your mouth and in your mind when you wake up, thank you for the good news I will receive, or thank you for the good news I'm receiving today. That is such a powerful statement. And there was another thing, because before I get off here, I would like to say that I was just inspired to do this. And I want to say it on this so that it's solidified in one way or another. Once I say it, there's no turning back. I want to create maybe a 1 to 2 minute song intro for you, Hakim. So it's basically going to be your commercial song, your theme song for your show. I just thought about that. I'm saying it right here so you can go back and listen to this in case you forget. I want you to email or message me a list of key words or goals, like, whatever keywords that you like to use or things that come to your mind. Give me a list so that I can look at that list, get a vibe, and kind of incorporate some of those words into the song. I'm going to put the word guru in there.
Now check this out, folks. This is what we want to know. We'd like you to share your good news. Put it in the comment, because when you put that out, that frequency of good news out, it must return to you. So take a moment and put it in the comment. What is your good news? And so Akeem, when he was sharing this, what got me was, one, he talked about good news. He didn't say anything negative. And then two, he said, you know what? I want to do a song for you. And I want you to put the words, just write down a list of words. And what he's saying basically is, whatever is coming up from your heart, from your heart space, from your soul, I want you to give me those words, and I'm going to take that song and I'm going to create what really you are creating, because you are a creator. What was your thoughts when he said that? Because I saw you smile.
When he started early, you could see my facial expression. He says, I was just inspired to do something. And then I don't know what it was going to be. I thought it was for the audience or something.
Yes.
I said, okay. Like, speak to the audience or something. But then when he started talking, like, I'm going to solidify it on this, then I said, I looked off. I started like looking at projects. Ooh, myself. Like, but it wasn't the open. It was not an opening. My theme song, my own theme song.
Yes.
Luke's going to do my theme song. Yes. I put it out to the universe. Oh, I'm not going to say everything because it's more on me.
But okay, so look. He's not going to say everything tonight. But once your theme song gets ready to hit, Hakeem, please come back to the show. I want to debut it here. I want to tell people about it. And so look, folks, Hakeem, people are already starting to chime in and put in their good news.
Okay.
Dr. Margaret Fournier, the Colonel, says, I am a survivor from the loss. Angela Elton says, I am strong. So that's some good news. So very quickly, I want to go back and I want to play a little bit more of this, if I may. And I want people to hear a little bit more of this, okay? Because we're at the top of the hour, but this is some good stuff. So here we go.
And I am in there. And what is that? The place that you're living at? You want to create it? You want to make it into a what now?
Spiritual retreat.
Yeah, I'm gonna incorporate that in there. Send me the word spiritual retreat and all that, so I can start looking at that list for a few days, right? And let it sink into my subconscious mind. have my producer send me over, a couple of beats, and I pick out the right beat, which I consider a blank canvas. Those words will already be in here, and then they'll come out when I create it. So I want to create you a theme song for your show. Something that you can play every time, and it has your name, your stamp, and it belongs to you. You do what you want to with it. When I make the song for you, it's yours.
Now check this out. Dr. Selena Pinashimo just chimed in. Check this out. She says, my rhythm is shifting into a new melody.
Love it.
Isn't that something? And we're talking about music. We're talking about frequencies. We're talking about, he said, put retreat in there, where you're calling things into existence. Hey, Dr. Selena Pinashimo, that's my friend. Good to see you here. So let's play some more of this. This is good stuff tonight. Hold on, wait a second. Hey, if you're liking this, go ahead. I want you, if you're just coming to the show, we have been talking tonight about tapping the creative. Tapping the creative. So we want you to tap into your creative and post whatever is your good news. Okay? Post your good news. And then after you post your good news, we want you to tap further into the creative and put down whatever you are ready to manifest. Okay? Put down what you're ready to manifest. We're gonna show some more of this. Come on, folks. Put a P and a C in there. Okay? Because you're preparing. You're pushing into tapping the creative. Let's go.
I cannot believe that I'm sitting in this chair still, because I said that to the universe that I wanted that. So I reached out to a couple of musicians that I know that they would know my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you were saying that you want,
right.
I was going to say, I know I could just send keywords.
Not just those keywords, but just for me already knowing, what you do, watching a few of your shows, I already know my creativity is going to add some other elements in it. You know what I mean?
Now, but they never got back with me.
Well, I'm here. When I say I'm going to do something, it's done.
But they didn't fully know what I wanted. It was just, let's talk. Hey, we never got to what I want. I gave it. So that's why I said I gave it to the universe about 3 weeks ago. I said, okay, I just give it to the universe, because I kept trying to do it myself. And I can.
We got you.
Luke, do you know what this means? I asked the universe. The universe thought your mind.
Right. Not surprised. Not surprised, man. Not at all.
That's what I call it. The universe thinking your mind, because you didn't think that thought. You received that thought.
I received the thought.
So I want to stop right there. That was powerful. You said you received that thought, but I heard you say you gave it to the universe. If you're ready to give your stuff, our viewers, if you're ready to give your stuff to the universe, put a G-U in the comment. G-U in the comment. Because it's time for you to give whatever you're struggling with, whatever you want to manifest. Go ahead and give it to the universe. Hakeem, tell us, talk to us.
See, the mind cannot predict our next sneeze. Go ahead, test it. Those that are watching, ask your mind, when am I going to sneeze next? And just wait for an answer. You won't have an answer because it doesn't know. But it's not worried about it. It cannot predict your next paycheck either, but it wants to worry about that. So at some point, you have to give up. Now, this was something that was just a little luxury in my mind that I would love to have my own opening intro song. I wasn't thinking theme song like from scratch, like, someone else doing it. I was kind of reaching out, the music. I never really said it to the musicians that I knew, that I reached out to. I was just inviting them to the program. But in my own self, I wanted my own theme song and didn't know it was a theme song. I was thinking intro. And them coming on the show just never did work out. And that's when I said, about 3 weeks ago, I just gave it to the universe. Meaning, it will just happen.
It will
And
happen.
it just happened. Right there live. Oh, I think I'm echoing.
Right. Yeah, you're echoing. It's okay. But I'll mute your mic for a minute. I love that you said right there live, because a lot of us put a time limit. A lot of us put a weight on what we want. But the universe is willing and ready to give us our heart's desire, but we don't give it to the universe. The universe is willing and ready. It's like the genie in a lamp. The universe is saying, okay, you ain't even got to rub me. Just tell me what it is that you want. So can y'all say this with me? You ain't even got to rub me. Just tell me what you want. You don't have to beg me. You don't have to plead with me. You got to get the GU. You got to just give it to the universe. Dr. Margaret, I see you up there. And I see Miss Williams, you got to give it to the universe. Because here, check this out. Miss Williams said, everything that I want wants me. And guess what? Before we close this show, we're going to go through what you just put in there. And we're going to say it out loud. You know why? Because you're giving it to the universe. So powerful stuff, Akeem.
Can I say this, Lotus? And I want somebody to think of this. Now, earlier, Pastor Hillary, I don't think I've ever met her, but she said something heavy, that we're infinite, that the infinite meets the finite, and then that oneness is there. Do you know what infinite means? Now, think of it this way. Infinite. We could tell we're infinite when I just asked you earlier, from age 2 to 8 years old to 12-year-old, stages, places, spaces, or whatever, environments, experiences throughout our life. Where were we in the meantime? Because those bodies are gone.
Yes.
Infinite means this. There's a lot of supply that has to be out there for me to be infinite.
Amen.
I cannot possibly worry. Ooh, look at you. You do the twists and turns. I need to learn how to do this.
I got you.
What does it say?
It says, and I'm going to put it right here, and so we can pull it right up on the screen so we can see it even closer up. Okay, it says that it is limitless or endless in space, extent, or size, impossible to measure or calculate the infinite mercy of God. Okay, so I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to pull it up on the screen so everybody can see it, because sometimes it's a little bit off. So that is what it says about infinite. So Akeem, all yours.
Someone asked me on a live like this, I think, or Facebook Live. They said, what would and I guess I was 46 then. What would your 46-year-old self say to your younger self? I don't know if they liked it or not. But I said to them, I would say one thing. Your magic wand worked.
Hello.
Your magic wand worked. A child dreams. They see the cartoons, they see the superheroes, they see all of these things, limitless or endless in space. extent, size, your magic wand worked. Now see, Lotus, look at how we're co-creating tonight.
Yes.
You will forever own this video tonight with me on it. I said that to Bishop Pearson because he's older than me.
Yes.
That doesn't mean anything at all, but he's older than me, which means I told him on live, I said, I will always own these videos. He's been on there like 6 times, I think. And he just dropped, boom, mic drop every time he comes on. And I said, I will forever own these with you on it.
Yes.
It dawned on me that night. Oh my God, I will own these videos with him. I will go back and listen to these.
Yes.
Or he may, I might fly away first. He'll go back and say, let me listen to Akeem a little bit, see what foolishness he was talking about.
Let me see what he's talking about.
Maybe he knew something. But I said that to him. And for you to put that on there, your magic wand worked. When I said that I would say that to my younger self is reading that. I'm sending my younger self this video right now. I can go back in time easily. And just because not go back in time, we are here, but we could bring up a memory and say, whoa, it worked.
Yep.
Because who we are has always been here. We have gone nowhere. We're infinite. Everything is, like she said, there's an extension to us that is continuing forever.
Yes.
People want to know who they are, like a solid I am, boom. Yes. No, you're not. You are pow.
Yes. Yep. And that's why I tell people, think outside of the stratosphere.
Oh my God, I just
with all this thinking outside of the box.
Lotus, I just looked at the time. We've been on 1 hour, 11 minutes, and it was 44 seconds when I looked at it.
Wow.
You're my witness. You saw it.
Yes.
Well, it's still 11 right now. But anyway, go. Sorry.
I tell people to think. I'm happy you pointed that out. Tell our folks why you pointed that out.
Synchronicity follows me like this right here. This is my new mantle. You know, I'm like you. I advertise everybody that support me.
Yes.
BeccaInspires.com. BeccaInspires.com. BECCA Inspires, like INSPIRES.com. Becca Inspires. All right, but anyway, well, that's her website, but she is a person and has been on the show several times. Early on, she's come on when at the flip up, me just asking her and all of that. And I saw this and I said, I don't know what I said. I said, "Oh, I want one like that.
Let me get that."
I said, "How much?" She says, "I'm sending it to you." So for someone to send me something like that, I'm gonna show it and tell everybody. And I put it on sometimes when I meditate. But anyway, so I said that to say things are like your magic wand is your own mind. Is a wand. The mind is a wand. The mind is a wand. You can have anything you want. Tell your mind. Don't argue with it because it'll argue back. But that's not the mind we're talking to. We're talking to the deep mind. We're talking to your inner mind, the one that knows how to ride a bike forever. That's your servant. That's the video you played earlier.
Yes.
My little younger self on there.
Yes, your younger self.
My little younger self too.
Yes.
That ain't far away from here, but it is still in the past.
And let me tell you, I shared that video. That video that I played for you. And now, folks, he didn't even know I was going to share it. He didn't even know I had that video.
I might have typed it subconscious.
Yes. But I shared that with several people today, probably hundreds of people. And they shared it because it was so real and relevant in where? The now. And you can go back to it if you so choose to. Isn't that amazing?
Lotus, I feel so free on here, like I'm on my own show right now.
I told you this the Hakeem show. I told you.
I never see my side on this side of the screen.
I know,
Ever.
right?
But yeah, so I think when we say the mind, like they type the subconscious,
Yes.
if people heard me, I talked to my nephews. I had 2 nephews come over here today,
Mhm.
and even they text me first. You know, and we talk like old men, and they're young, in their 20s. We talk like old men, and we talk about this subconscious mind. See, they're young; they know about it. We called it the inner mind growing up, or your spirit mind, or your God mind, and that's fine. Well, there's a term for it. It's the subconscious. The subconscious is your servant. It is not you. It just knows everything about you. Ooh, except your non-physical counterpart, your non-physical self. But anything to do with your history, thoughts you've had, beliefs you have, you rode a bike once, it remembered it, and it took that. It didn't make you repeat a grade. No.
Yes.
When you rode the bike once, you rode it once to the subconscious.
Yes.
You didn't like that ride because you fell, but the subconscious says, I needed that fall. Next, in your life, you fall. The subconscious remembers how you fell and knows what not to do next time.
Yes.
It knows what not to follow next time. People don't understand how they're spirit led. You are spirit led. Oh my God, I feel like I'm at one of my own meetings on this show. You're giving me full reign. I can't believe this. This is amazing.
Of course. And look, my audience, I just applaud you. I love you. I thank you because look, they are right with us. They are right with us. Miss Williams says that's the infinite intelligence. Woo woo! That's what I'm talking about. And then Prudence said, "Oh, your subconscious mind is the servant." And Miss Williams said, "Yes, yes, yes."
It's the mind that says, what do you want for Christmas? A bicycle. All right. Tell Santa. You was telling your mind. Yes. You was telling your subconscious, I want that bike, Santa. Santa's in your mind. Yeah. But that's all right. Leave him there. Just know he's there in your mind. He ain't out there. Santa will bring it. It's your subconscious bringing it wearing Santa outfit. You're right. The mind is a wand for creation. And the subconscious mind, like you guys said, is the infinite intelligence, meaning this. This is what happens, guys. If you want to create your life, don't tell your friends. Tell your mind. If you want a new car, if you want a new house, if you want a new life, if you want a new man, you want a new woman, you want a new baby, whatever, you could, that's nothing. Tell your mind.
Hey, Prudence says she had to stop what she was doing to ask him to my phone for that. I don't know, but put it back in there. But she said she had to stop what she was doing. Run to her phone. I hear you. Yes.
Listen to it.
Oh, don't term your friends. Tell your mind. That's woo. Woo. That's powerful.
No. If you want to be
tell
wealthy,
my neighbor, come to me. Because
Jesus said it. Jesus said it.
Since I
go and tell no man.
Hello.
What I want from God, and oftentimes I use the word universe, or I say life, or consciousness, whatever. Let me tell you, the names came after.
After. Yep.
God been here.
Hello. all the time. Infinite
All the
being,
time.
infinite energy. And Miss Williams says that's why scriptures say you should guard your mind and also renew it. And then Prudence said, don't tell your friends, tell your mind.
Now, I was going to say, what do you want for Christmas? A bicycle. What color? Red. How do you know? Because you're imagining it.
Yes.
If mama said you're going to get it, and it's November.
Yep.
From November, from Thanksgiving. If people have rituals and traditions, so be it. Have fun. Just don't judge others for not having them. But have fun. Let's just say you went around the table Thanksgiving after the meal, what you're thankful for. Now let's ask the universe for something, or ask God for something. I like that. Thankful first, and then now Christmas is coming.
Yes.
Hey, let's ask God for something this Christmas. What do you want to go around the table? I want a red bicycle. Awesome. If you didn't tell anybody at that table what you wanted and told your mind, a bike would come Christmas Eve.
Yep.
A bike would come quicker than Christmas.
Exactly.
Because the less you tell people, the quicker it comes.
Yes.
Because you're telling your mind. See, thy faith hath made thee whole, Christ said. Go and tell no man, Christ said. I am not a biblical scholar. I just put it, I'm just an uneducated pointer that tested it. Everybody want a degree and a title, but no one want to live it. I said, you mean to tell me my faith will make me whole? Whole like life. My whole life will be okay with faith if I use faith.
Yes.
Yeah. But go and tell no man, the master said. The master teacher said, go and tell no man. I don't care what my pastor's saying. The master teacher said, Pastor, don't ask me what I want from God, because the master teacher said, tell no man. I love you, Pastor, but I'm just going to tell God and me.
And you know, that's where a lot of people run into a lot of difficulty, especially with certain religious affiliations. And I can only speak for myself. When I was coming up, I went to Catholic school. I was an altar girl. And of course, we had confession. And oftentimes people get in the mindset that they have to go through someone to make intercession for them to get to God, the higher source, Yahweh, Jesus, Elohim, however you consider your higher source. But what I'm hearing is we must go and tell no man. So sometimes we just have to shh.
Can I tell you something? I wrote it today. I didn't post it. I posted a version of it, but I wrote something that wasn't even big, small enough to put on an ad. So I split it up. It was about Joseph in the Bible, in the Old Testament. Joseph was sold, not because his brothers hated him, because he wouldn't shut up.
Yes. And look, as soon as you said, before you said it, at the same time, Miss Williams said, get quiet. Isn't that something? Get quiet.
Your dream is fine. But no, when you speak, things gonna start happening. Be ready to speak when you speak it. Because when Joseph told his dream, he was sold. But if he wasn't sold, it wouldn't have been fulfilled.
Right.
Those that know that narrative there, Joseph was a dreamer. He dreamed his future. He saw his future. Many of you see your future. if you can see your future, then it don't matter how it look right now.
Exactly.
Because that means it exists. Joseph dreamed his future, but what happened? He started chatting about it.
Yep. And then it fell apart.
Well, and his life, it looked like it, didn't it?
Yes.
His life fell apart good enough for it to come together.
Come back together. Hello. And here's the thing. This is confirmation for something I helped someone that I love very much through today. And I'm going to mute you by just a minute because we got some feedback. Now, here's what I know. What you have said and what our viewers have shared and said is so powerful. This broadcast is for somebody. Y'all, we at 9:30 and we still got people coming in. Come on in and get in where you fit in. We're not going to be much longer, but come on in because this is for somebody out there. Here's the key. Sometimes you just got to shh and let God. Because sometimes when you tell it all, the forces that begin to move. But sometimes you just got to shh and move in the direction that you are being called to move into and be shh. Can y'all say that with me? Come on, y'all. I know y'all at home. Come on, y'all say shh. Put your sh in the comment. SH. Put the SH in the comment. Shh. Come on. I want to see some shh. Y'all putting yes and y'all putting powerful and y'all putting yes. And you say, Hillary said, I fell apart and then fell into place. So go ahead and put your shh in there. If you know what we're talking about tonight, put your sh in there. So let me unmute your mic, my brother. Go ahead.
Now, Lotus, you said you had to recreate your life.
Yes, I did.
And it's scary at first to the mind, the thinking narrative mind, not the subconscious. But what's happening though, when this mind is out, it goes through that thing. It thinks it's you.
Yes.
It's trying to save your life.
Exactly.
It thinks because they didn't say good morning to you, your life is over.
Over.
That's what this is saying.
Yes. It's like, what did the days say? What do the days want? But it's not over.
This thinks because you were late for work or you got a ticket. Oh my. And they start telling a story. Oh my goodness. Such and such and such and such. That's what this is doing.
Yes.
But if you watch it, you're not it anymore. You're not believing you're it anymore. So what's happening when you're asleep? Okay, when you're believing the thought, you're in the dream. You're believing the dream. I call this a physical dream. Bishop Pearson calls it at least an illusion. He said. So this I just use the physical dream because it's what I'm believing about it. It changes before me. You mentioned when I said I gave it over to the universe about the song, and then Luke comes. Well, I had to know Luke. I had to be able to reach out to Luke. He had been there several times already. I call y'all a friend of the show.
Yes.
But he had to like me for that, to want to do that. He had to been open to do that. What made that? This doesn't know what to do to make those dots connect like that.
Exactly right. And you couldn't have done it on your own. You had to think it. What a man or a woman can conceive and believe, because the belief was already there. You knew it would manifest. You didn't know how. And I tell people this all the time. It's none of your business how. You just put it out in the universe. Get your GU. Get your GU. Give it over to the universe. And let the universe take care of it. Can you hear me now? Can everybody hear me? If y'all can hear me, go ahead and put a Y in there if you can hear me. Put a Y in there if you can hear me.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, fantastic. And what I was saying is that, okay, everybody heard me. Okay, good. What I was saying is that I tell people it's none of their business as far as, you know, how it's going to happen. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. If you agree with the fact that it's none of your business how it's going to happen, put NB, none your business, none your business. Y'all know that term. Your grandmoms, your granddads, or somebody might have told you. Okay.
None your business.
None your business.
And mind yours.
And mind yours.
Listen, I know that I don't know what I'm going to say in the next 5 minutes. I may know I have to use the restroom soon or at some point, but you won't know until it happens.
Exactly.
That's why I say this thinking mind, this one, the thinking mind.
Yes.
It's just here, just trying to make sense of everything all the time. Enough to preserve your life. It's doing its job, but no, it's only doing that because it's a program. So now the subconscious thinks you want what you keep imagining to happen.
Exactly.
So now that's going to the subconscious because the subconscious doesn't have a right or wrong. Mm-hmm. That judgment stuff is in here, not in here. Exactly. So when you keep putting in your mind all these negative things, then you're feeding your subconscious, your garden, that like the clip you played, those type of seeds to come up into your life. So when we say the subconscious is your servant, it fetches whatever you want. Just tell it.
Yep.
Even if you don't believe it at first, of course you're not going to believe it. What do you want for Christmas? A red bicycle. Guess what? Now you got it.
Hello.
Now you don't know how to ride it. See, this subconscious.
You're gonna learn today. But you're gonna learn today.
The same pattern of impressions in that level of your mind, because you only have one mind. Yes, but and it's the human mind. It's our levels of consciousness in that one universal mind, human mind. But anyway, so now the same sort of behavior you practice to get the bike, you're going to put that now into practicality, practice, riding, learning to ride the bike. So you're going to use that same subconscious mind that fetched it for you as your mechanism on how to ride this thing, because I don't know. So what's going to happen? Subconscious finally put it. See, if you could get it in your belly, you'll get it in your hand.
Exactly.
If you get your bike in your belly, like you know that's my bike. This is me, man. You see, what you see is what you get. The universe has opened doors for me all over the world. I've traveled the length and breadth of this country. 13 countries I've been to, but the length of this, I think I haven't been to Wyoming, somewhere else, but almost every state. I didn't even know why. Steve Jobs says we cannot connect the dots into our future, but we can connect the dots in reverse as to how the future unfolded, past tense. So the only thing we can do is trust the future to continue to create connecting dots. That's how I live my life, Lotus.
Yes.
I take a step and the ground is there. See, a master, like I said early on, is one who exemplifies the teaching.
Yes.
How do we create? We don't create with our hands, we create with our mind. You get it in your mind or in your belly, you'll have it in your hand. But that thing will come out of nowhere. It happened to me. I'm so glad Luke did that. He had no idea about anything I had said 3 weeks prior. Nothing. I never hinted it to him. I never mentioned it. He did it live on air. And that was a good teachable moment for me and for the audience, that you're trying to make things happen. If I were you, I would wave my magic wand.
Hello.
My mind. Tell your mind what you want, not what you don't want. Tell your mind what you want, put it in the mind, and start doing that video you shared. Start putting it in your mind before bed, before you go to sleep, and start putting it in your mind, on the screen of your mind. Put whatever you want there. Not just an image of like a static image, but no. Imagine yourself doing it until you're actually doing it.
Yes.
Driving it. Teaching. Pretend. I tell people, if you don't pretend like a child, you are missing out on magical power.
Exactly.
Somebody say, what's your power? Get your magic. I'm telling you, the way I do a talk show is to do it. Yes. But in my mind, it's already done sort of in imagination. Meaning I know sort of an image, a distant view of it. Not all the details. That's not my business, like you said earlier.
That's right.
That's none of my business as to how and those fine details. But the fact that I can feel I'm to do this, that energy goes out before me, and then I get a message from Lotus Richey, the famous Lotus Richey, who wants me on her show.
And check this out. Now, you guys have heard, and gals, you have heard, if you want to get noticed, see Lotus, Hakeem is the one that started that. I was on his show, and he was the first one that said that. And then it started taking off like wildfire. I had a young lady in Nigeria saying it, people in Canada saying it, people in Chicago saying it. If you want to get noticed, see Lotus. And here's the thing. We are here for a purpose. And you've got to give your desire to the universe. Mm-hmm. And so I know it's well past the top of the hour. But before we go, Hakeem, I would like to do something with the folks. Because I already said we're going to give our desire over to the universe. Mm-hmm. So if you all are willing, ready, and able, because your magic wand works, I encourage you to clear your mind at this time. And Hakeem, I'm going to ask you to have us breathe. Mm-hmm. And then I want you to lead us into using our magic wand. So folks, listen, I'm going to give you a couple seconds because I know some folks are like, wait a minute, I got to get ready. So I'm going to give you some time to get ready. And as you're getting ready, when we come back from this quick break, I'd like very much for you to take this opportunity to wave your wand around, okay? And if you have somebody that you need to reach out to and let them know what's going on, go ahead and tell them to come on. You got about 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds at max to go ahead and get prepared to get your wand working. We'll be right back.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professional professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professionals can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start boxing today.
All right, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So we are back and we are happy to be back with you. And of course, we are about to use our minds, because we know that our minds is the catalyst to manifesting whatever we know we need and want. And so, folks, while you're here and while you're looking, go ahead and support the broadcast. You can send your love gifts to any of these Zelle, PayPal, Cash App. Support the show so I can keep bringing great folks on the show, masters such as my friend Hakeem. So Hakeem, let's make it happen. And then, folks, this is how we're going to end our show tonight. Okay. And listen, I know you want Hakeem back, so go ahead and put some H's in the comment so I can make sure I get him back. And if you're out there and you want him on your show, go ahead and DM me, and I will make sure that I connect you with him and get him on your show. So Hakeem, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much for having me and exposing what I do to your people and those that perhaps new to both of us tonight, perhaps.
Yes.
I'm appreciative to that. I bless you for that. I ask the universe, life, God, consciousness, Christ consciousness, Buddha nature, your Christian nature, those that are watching, whatever your spiritual path or no spiritual path, there is no path other than yourself anyway. So I can easily just accept everything because it's just a part of the mystery of God, I think, just to have many paths and so many experiences. So I embrace them all. And no matter what that is, I said earlier, everyone you meet on your path is a master.
Yes.
In my eyes, on my path, because you have met them for them to learn something, not for them to teach you something. I know we say it like that, but put it on your side for me to learn something.
Yes.
So that's a sort of different twist to it, where the focus is on, remember, you're going to learn something, even if you don't like any of it, or you may not like them at all. But when you learn how to learn, you can easily love. When you learn how to learn, you can easily love your master. So I want you to use your mind. I want you to get a piece of paper. I actually was inspired to do this through my own experience with Dr. Barbara King, that appeared on my path out of just nowhere at the moment I needed to hear exactly that. But anyway, and from that moment on, I did it. See, I told Gina Pearson, I think on the phone the other day, I said, I made a commitment. Not a commitment, I surrendered to, I don't want to teach anything other than my direct experience. So when I say get a piece of paper, I got my paper, I got my pen. Then write down the idea, your idea. It doesn't have to be a lot of words. It doesn't have to, and for God's sake, don't try to spell it out like from start to finish. Just your idea, that idea you have, that wonderful, brilliant, the world waited on, divine idea. Write that down. Let me tell you, you're born and you're going to die. Something was worth the visit. That's what I'm telling you to write down. You may not know that ultimate, because there is no ultimate, there's no end to you. That's what we want, this big, 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 final period, purpose of my life. Good luck with that. There's no end to you. But there's an idea that won't let up. That's what I'm talking about. Write that down on a piece of paper, only for your eyes. And then look at it. And just look at it. Write down your idea. And then look at it. Read it. Look at it. It's nice to speak it too, but look at it. And then put it against your heart. That idea, you don't you don't need to know how. You don't need to run it by anybody. You don't need to even do surveys, what's needed in the world. We're talking about a magic wand here. You're about to create your world. Now, put it against your heart. You've written it down. Those that just logged in, or we wrote down our idea. I like picking up people, Lotus. Somebody saying, what they doing, what they doing, what they doing. We wrote down our idea.
Yes.
We looked at it. Look at it, man. Don't just look at it. That's my idea. My idea. Oh my God. I had this idea since I was 12 or 8 or whatever. I had this idea and it left me and it came back just now when he said that. Okay. Now put it against your heart and love it. Just close your eyes and love that idea. Now you're going to feel a little something, a little resistance saying, yeah, but don't love through that. That's just this guy up here. That's just that little thinking, that little thinker. Thinking, it's not you. That's just the mind. This is just a pattern. But it's going to go away because love heals all of that. You're about to fall in love with this idea. Oh my God, that's my idea. How can I sell something I don't love? How can I start something and tell people to join it if I don't first love it?
Exactly.
Love your idea. Now, baby, you have done something now. You know why? Because when I say lay it on your heart, another term for that is the subconscious.
Yes.
Some think it is the subconscious. I'm not here to decipher that, but let me tell you, the subconscious communicates with feeling. The mind, your deeper mind, not this one saying but, because that one's going to go away. It's going to get some new thoughts when you start seeing this thing come in. Like little doses and little signs from the universe. Oh my God, it's happening. Oh my God. Oh my God. Then this one's going to start saying, oh, it's going to end. Oh, it's going to turn into this. Then it's going to, no, come back. You didn't make this happen. Keep flowing. Yeah, but if I don't make that decision, okay, you didn't make a decision for this one and this happened. Calm down. Take a seat. You go see what the big boys eat. Because when you're talking about the subconscious, we're talking about bit boys. We're talking about the mind that knows everything in the human mind. Everything you've ever become, every scratch you ever had on your body, it knows it.
Yes.
Every hair you ever had on your head that went away, your subconscious mind counts it.
Yes. Yes.
Now, the subconscious mind is not God. This is a servant of God. Who is God then in here telling it what to do? I'll leave that up to y'all. But I know who God is by knowing what I'm not. Because I'm not this stuff that come and go. Because this stuff will come and go. 2020 showed us all of that.
Yes.
This come and go, people come and go, do. People had to move, businesses shut, all that kind of stuff. Let me tell y'all trusting in horses and chariots and all that. You better know your power, because you're gonna have to wave this magic wand more than once. Not for the same thing, but I'm saying that you are powerful, full of power. All you have to do is just tell your mind what to do. All right, so you love it. Now, whenever a doubtful thought comes, know it's not the heart, because the heart loves it.
Yes.
The negative thought that says, man, are you really serious? It comes in the voices of friends. I'm going to tell you the proof that it's all in the mind, because you didn't tell your friend about this.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still hear them hating on it when they don't even know about it.
Right.
You know why? Because that's in our mind, that we need approval. You don't need approval. You need to wave your wand.
Hello, use your mind. And Miss Williams says, step into your vortex.
Ooh, that's true. Now, stepping into the vortex, how long we got?
How long we need?
Do you own this show?
I own the show.
Listen, that vortex she's talking about, stepping into it, I am lost in it now. Not lost, but I am freely flying, because I know we know nothing. Companies failed, businesses shut, and they all were smoking, talking about me smoking my pipe. They were smoking theirs, laughing and chiming. But see, I knew the power of the universe, and I started waving my wand before any of this started happening, because I knew something was about to shift. That's why I'm saying, yes, get quiet. Someone said that, get quiet.
Yes.
I like to say, get quiet, be still, turn within, believe in nothing, be nobody. Do that too. Now that was waving our wand earlier by visually putting before our eyes something to imagine. Because when you love your idea, you can't do that without imagining.
Exactly.
You have the picture of it. You have the feeling of it. And you have the subconscious knowing who to contact. How would it know that? Now, love your idea from the heart and believe. Absolutely. How would we know who to, well, I say this, I should say it this way. How does the subconscious mind know? What makes us just go to the store at that day and meet that person who you didn't even know you needed until things played out? Like Steve Jobs says, the dots connected. That free flowing of not caring about anything, you're just going to the store, that did it. That's the subconscious fully. This one has let up from storytelling, worrying, blah, blah, blah. It's just going to a store, simple endeavor. You can easily do that. You don't worry about it. This ain't worrying about the car to the store. It may be worrying about bills. It may be worrying about rent. It may be worrying about all that stuff, but it's not worrying about that, because it knows how to drive to the store. So it's like, no worries here. That's what this mind is saying. But the subconscious mind knows that. So it's going to use that moment to give you the idea that you need to pay the bills.
Hello.
It can't give you the nudge while you're worrying about the bills.
Right.
I think it was Einstein that says you can't solve a problem on the same level of consciousness that it was created.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he's saying that this is a physicist,
Yes, it's physics.
a genius.
Uh-huh.
And the man, and by the way, he didn't even talk, rumor has it.
Right.
4 years
Until
old.
he was exactly.
Like 4 years old. And you know, when he was older, they asked him, why didn't you? He says, I
didn't
wasn't ready.
I ain't got nothing to say. I speak when I speak when I feel like it. But you know what's so interesting? That when we come to the earth plane, the first thing the doctors do is and make us force something out of us. And sometimes we don't need to say nothing at all.
See, now you're getting an idea while you're going to the store and don't know why. See, who you truly are, you're only one. This is you, the one doing all this. Imagine that. I'm thinking negative thoughts. I yet have a subconscious mind programmed to serve me, to give me what I want. And the only battle that would exist would be my thoughts about anything going on. Not that the thing ain't working because the subconscious mind been programmed. I want that red bike.
Yep. The red bike. Get that red bike. The red bike mine. I'm getting the red bike. You come Christmas, the red bike mine. I'm already thinking about what little tassels I'm gonna put on the handlebars. I'm already thinking about that. Hello, because I can see it. I'm envisioning it. I'm using my mental wand to call it into fruition. You may not believe it, but I already know beyond knowing. And I think Miss Hillary said something about it. It's the knower. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, if I said to the universe, I want this, that, and the other. When I booked Luke, when I asked him to come, I wasn't thinking about nothing about any opening song, my own theme song being created. And those that watched that whole interview, he likened it to my show. My show, now listen to this. He likened it to, which was on my mind. The universe thought his mind again, because I was thinking what he said, this statement. He said, yeah, your own theme song, just like the Jeffersons. I thought that before, while he was introducing his present that he was giving, his gift. So I'm saying, oh, like the Jeffersons. Like the Jeffersons theme song, moving on up.
Uh-huh. I like
and
that
it
song.
makes you think of the Jeffersons,
right?
The show. So I did interrupt him that when he was saying that. I said, Luke, listen, I was thinking that for one, and then second, two things had happened with the Jeffersons. That was a beautiful song,
yes,
and a beautiful show,
yes.
So I said, this is going to be both beautiful, and I'm not doing it. I'm not creating the song. You are.
But I you created it in the thought.
In my mind.
That's right.
People, no one's holding you back. I used to believe it subconsciously because I believed the thought here. If that one liked me, then a door will open. If I rub shoulders with that one may like me and they'll open the way. If I speak at that organization, then I'll have this, that, and the other. I used to think that subconsciously and didn't know it. This says, oh yeah, but I'm my own person, blah, blah. Yeah, but that's right. All. I didn't believe that until I said it to the mind, my inner mind.
Yes.
I am, I exist.
Hello.
I saw it on that little above me on that interview with Luke. I am, I exist. If I don't believe these thoughts, what's left? Me. The true me. That's not a me. Because the me that we think we are all just beliefs. I'm this, I'm that. Great. We could do positive affirmations. I created meditations with them. So I am a proponent of it. But what I'm saying is who you truly are is deciding to experience what you're saying I am.
Exactly.
Meaning,
And so
I am wealthy.
Miss Williams said, I am tuned in and tapped on. Powerful. Powerful. Angie says, no one is holding us back but ourselves. We need to release the shackles of our mind. And I am Lisa Renee said, I am, I exist. I am, I exist. And check this out. This is very interesting because as you connect with my brother Hakeem, look down here on the left side. I am, I exist. Okay. Hakeem.guru. Make sure you connect. So that's very interesting that she would bring that up, because those are ways that you can connect with him. And so listen, we're gonna wrap up in a couple minutes. We're gonna wrap this thing up. But listen, first of all, I had someone said we've been basically dropping the mic all night long. Not only have we been dropping the mic, our viewers have been dropping the mic. And so here is what I have in the list here. I got a bunch of H's in here, Hakeem. So that means we have to come back again. And I challenge any one of you, if you want to come on and help co-host the show. And now I don't bring co-hosts on my Lotus for Shade Night show. I'll invite you to come and jump on when he comes. But you got to DM me to let me know. Okay? And you get to bring one question with you and we'll discuss it. What are your thoughts about that? What do you think, Hakeem?
Love it. Can I do something?
Anything. Go ahead.
Now, that's awesome. And then they can bring a question?
Yes.
Okay. Listen. Okay, so we're wrapping up now?
Yes. Ho. I want to. Miss Williams said, I want to DM me in my Facebook Messenger. We're going to connect. We're going to meet. And you're going to come on with us and you're going to bring your question. And here, I'm going to make it so very, very simple for you to contact me. This is Meet Lotus. That's my Bitly link. I'm going to take that Bitly link and I'm going to put it in the comments. So all you got to do is click on it. Pow. And it's right there. Right there. Right there. Thank you. So, Hakeem, go ahead.
You know, I want people to do something. And I'm looking up, let's see. Oh, I think I found you. Okay, yeah, so I want to do, let me see something.
Take your time.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I want everybody to donate to your work. So I want everybody that's listening or watching to donate $33. Do this for listen, one principle that I love that I learned from church actually is sowing and reaping. It's not a churchy principle. It's a universal law.
Yes.
I know my name and I can be called anything. But I know that I know in my knower, like the pastor said.
Yes.
That it's a universal law when you sow into a work like this and something that you feel prompted to do it, especially with me mentioning this, 33, you have to have me back on because I got to tell you 333 follows my life.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Everywhere I go. It follows my life. So much so, I'm just going to give you an appetizer or teaser. Where I recently moved, there's an address 333 across the street that doesn't exist.
Wow.
Now, that is amazing. The story leading up to me being here, amazing. Let me tell you guys something. So when I feel prompted to do my 33, I know it's just a little, but $33, but imagine 1,000 people give $33. That's $33,000 into your work. And you brought somebody on like me. That's kind of bold, you know.
Yes.
So, but anyway, so I'm doing that right now. Is your phone on where you'll hear it?
Yes. I don't have my phone. One of my team members has the phone.
Okay.
But I'm
So
sure if they hear it, they can bring it up.
Okay. And I'm doing it right now. But I know this works. Let me tell you, there's many things that happen for me from doing this when I'm prompted to do it. Not when people messaging me for $33. I'm not asking y'all to do that. But what I'm saying, when God, universe, life, consciousness, whatever, I've learned how to say my true self says, release this, because it's making room for something for me. And I'll tell you the testimony when I come back. I'm sure you'll hear about it before. But anyway, if everybody could do that, I sent mine to your Cash App, and that's currency for Lotus. The $ currency for Lotus. That's I like that now.
It's already here. It's here already.
Good.
It's here.
So that's 33 bucks.
Thank you.
But
thank you.
Collectively, and remember now, I'm sharing this on all my platforms. People will see and hear it later and forever and ever and ever. So if you loved anything from tonight, I know how it is to do a show. So I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to ask people to subscribe to your YouTube, to follow you. If you're watching it, wherever you're watching it, follow that. Very easy. And then those will lead you to all her other platforms. So do that and do the 33, even if it may feel like, do that, because that is just believe, just release it, get it off of you. And then just say, okay, I did it. And then start working your wand. Yes. When you go to bed.
Because it's coming back.
I'm telling you, a master is someone that exemplifies the teaching.
Yes.
I'm done.
That's it. That's it. So for those of you that have been with us tonight, we love and appreciate you. And thank you for those of you that sowing the seed of 33. And Hakeem's going to talk about that when he comes back to the show. And of course, Miss Williams is going to join us when we come back to the show. She's going to be on here with us. So if you don't know Miss Williams, you need to get to know her, because she's going to be on the show. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for sowing your seed of 33. And if you're looking to say, hey, Lotus, wait a minute, I missed it. Put the information back up there. Here, I'm going to put the information back up there for you. And then guess what? I'm going to do one better. I'm going to copy this information and I'm going to put it right in the chat on your side, right here in the comments, and you can go right to it and it'll be right there for you. So see, it's already there. It's already there. So thank you so much for seeding into my life. And so listen, we don't leave the show without words of wisdom. So we're going to take no break, but we're going to give you some words of wisdom right here, right now. Get your pad and pen if you don't have it. If you sat it down, get your pad and pen. You may want to write this down. So, Hakeem, please share your final words of wisdom for this show, because, of course, you're coming back for more than just one show.
Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. It's fun being a guest. It seems I tend to still try to host a show on as a guest, but it's just fun like that. Final words of wisdom. Wash your hands when you're handling your pipe when you're live. And I have students that tease me because they know it's going to happen every time I do my show. I'm going to have a finger or two that's dirty for handling this, but anyway. But thank you guys, and let me say this: life takes care of life. Life takes care of life. If we didn't have rain, we would die. We need rain for crops. We need rain. We need water. We would die. No crops, animals not, seas drying up. But it's amazing how you don't have to make that happen. It just appears. Sometimes we wish it would come earlier. Sometimes we say, oh, that's too much. But at any rate, it appears. We need the moon. You don't know how much we need the moon. You don't know how much we need the sun. Life doesn't ask for your input for that. It just happens. It's there for you. It's signs everywhere showing you to let things go. Right? So we're going to start practicing that. Just doing this. Getting quiet. You are getting quiet. You don't have to make everything around you quiet. You don't need dead silence to do what I'm, because this will become your lifestyle. This will spill over into your everyday life. Get quiet. No, the children don't need to hush completely. The dog doesn't need to go away completely, or the cat. I have a cat. She doesn't need to completely go away. Get quiet. Be still. Meaning you're not busy-minded, but just let the mind be the mind. Just know that you're not the mind. Let it be there. You be still as much as possible. Your body even not frozen, just relaxed. Be still. Turn within. Turn within means you're not looking for something on the outside to come from the outside. God from the outside. Whoosh. No. Turn within. Believe in nothing. Well, it sounds a little risque. You mean drop all beliefs? For this moment, yeah. You don't need them. It's not who you are. Drop them all for this moment. You don't need to believe in anything right now. You're quiet, you're still. Your attention is turned inward. That's what I mean by turn inward. Turn within. Believe in nothing. You don't need a seance. You don't need anything right now. Don't need beliefs. Just be where you are. And be nobody, is what I say. Be nobody. Just for a moment. No, I'm not Hakeem. I'm nobody. All of that is representative of me. That's not who and what I am, truly. My essential self. And let's just 10 seconds of this is wonderful right now. Relax, breathe deeply. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold it in your belly. Feel your belly and lungs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Let's breathe deeply once more through the nose. Slowly. Fill your lungs and your belly. Extend your belly out. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Relax, breathe deeply all the time. Anytime you feel that anxiety coming up from the news, some report, something, an email, a notice of some kind, something went wrong, they said something, they don't, blah, blah, blah. Just pause for a moment and say, I'm not my thoughts. I believed it for a moment and I felt it, but I'm not that. And that's not even happening. You train yourself doing that, nothing will bother you pretty soon. You almost think you're a superhero. Nothing gets to you. The worst of news, because you don't watch it. You tend not to watch the news. But let that be words of wisdom, that practice. And also remember this, life takes care of life. You're one with life. I learned that from Muji, a master teacher of mine. Life takes care of life. He's the first one I ever heard say that. And we are one with life. God bless you guys.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. We pray that you've enjoyed yourselves tonight. We look forward to you continuing to be blessed and know above all that you are powerful and your mind is the wand of creation. So with that said, make sure you stick around and you join me on Friday for news you could use with my co-host, the queen of the lymphatic balance, the amazing lymphologist, Dr. Money That Foes, Miss Pastor Hillary Gooden. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. And we have shared with you, that's right, tapping the creative with my guest, Hakeem. So make sure you check him out. I've already put the information in the link for you. And thank you for donating to the channel. We appreciate you. And thank you, Hillary, and everybody else. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. And we'll see you next time because he is coming back to the show. So see you when we see you and always want to be with you. Good night.
You ready?
Hey, we had some drop mics in here tonight. That's right. With my brother, your friend, and your brother too. He came and did what he had to do. Hakeem! Make sure you check him out on Facebook. Go to hakeem.guru and get with him and he will get with you. Make sure you ignite and take flight in every area of your life and bring inspiration to every nation. Why? Because you can. Use your mind. It's the one. Let's go.